Welcome to Interpreting Line Graphs. So 3 definitions first. So a variable is a pronumeral that can take on different values. Interpolation is information that's read from within a graph, and extrapolation is information read from an extended graph. So there are 3 words that we'll look at, or definitions that we'll look at. So here we're looking at how a plant grows over a particular time in days and the height that it grows from in centimetres. And you may notice that the plant growth had the initial height, which means when time is 0, of 1 centimetre. Interpolation, so looking at the graph we can read that the height on day 3 is 4 centimetres. And we just read that straight from the graph. We go across to day 3, we go up to the line and read off the height, which is 4 centimetres. To do extrapolation, so if we looked at day 9, which hasn't been graphed, we could assume that the height would be 10 centimetres. So that's the difference with extrapolation. We are reading from an extended graph and making an assumption. And so the question is, what would be the height on day 100? Or what about day 1000 or day... And so if we keep going on, obviously this plant has a limited height. And so extrapolation is data that's got to be very careful, because if you go beyond a certain, if you make an assumption for too far away, it may actually not be a correct assumption. So let's have a look at a graph of a distance. So this could be distance from home. So we could leave at 9 a.m. and return at 2 p.m. So you'll see the red line's one section, we'll discuss what that is, then the blue, the green, and finally the purple, which as you can see comes home. So this one, the red line, shows us that once we've left home at 9 a.m, at 11 a.m, 2 hours later, we're 30 kilometres away. So we've travelled 30 kilometres in that 2 hours. For the blue section, that's actually a rest, because we stay at 30 kilometres for the next hour. The green section, which just so happens to be the steepest section, is travelling 30 kilometres further away from home. So we're now up to 60 kilometres away, but we do that 30 kilometres in half an hour. And then finally, we head home, and that 60 kilometres takes us 1.5 hours to get home. And we arrive home at 2 p.m. Thank you.